Hi betting experts, the final day at the Cheltenham Festival, spring ground expected, a really competitive and excellent card. Hopefully we can have a profitable day to finish the week off. We start off with our betting expert Daily Nap, sponsored by Priced Up Bet. This goes in the 120. It's the JCB Triumph Hurdler Grade 1 over 2 mile 1. And this is my strongest bet of the week here. Lulamba, who's now gone out to 2-1 because of the market support for rival East India Dock. And I think Lulamba will love this good ground. Nicky Henderson's made no secret of the regard in which he holds this ex-French performer, and he showed exactly why when making a deeply impressive winning UK debut at Ascot in January. That form has worked out really well. I think he's head and shoulders, class-wise, above all the UK opposition. There's loads more improvement to come. He's only run twice. He was a winner, I'll tell you, in France in October, purchased privately to join Henderson. As I say, nothing can live with him at home. Good ground, always suits Nicky Henderson's horses really well. I think he'll have too much pace for East India Dock up the final climb, with de Boinville hopefully sitting motionless and using Lulamba's really smart turn of foot in the closing stages. Our betting expert value angle selection, sponsored by Priced Up Bet, goes in the 2 o'clock. This is the County Hurdle, a grade 3 handicap, 98 grand on offer, 2 mile 1 on the new course. And the one I've had my eye on here is Valgrand for Dan Skelton. Now, he is a free-going, smooth traveller. He's got loads of ability. He screams a spring horse, and the ground's come right for him. He's won 3 from 6 over hurdles so far. They've minded his handicap mark on his last couple of starts to make sure he gets into this on a decent rating that he can win off. Last time out at Kempton, he was dropped out at a huge price, a big drifter, and never got involved at all. It was basically a sighter to put him spot on for this. The yard have got previous for laying horses out to win this race, and I really like the fact that he ran very well here in November when finishing second behind Potter's Charm. I think that's a much better guide to the ability he's got, and this big field handicap, it could help him settle for probably the first time over hurdles. 14-1 with Priced Up Bet at the moment. I think that's a more than fair price. The remaining 4 races, we'll spin through them in time order. The 240, the Paddy Power Mares Chase, a grade 2 over an extended 2 mile 4. Well, this looks more competitive than is often the case, but I like Allegory Devassi here for Willie Mullins. She's only won 5 of her 13 career starts over fences, so slightly more exposed than you'd normally expect, but she comes into the festival on the back of a cracking effort from the front at Naas in February, just denied on the knob by old rival Dino Blue. I thought she got a very ordinary ride from off the pace when only 4th behind Limerick Lace in the 2024 renewal of this race, and much more positive tactics on better ground should see her in a much better light here. Around about 5-1, I think it's a fair price. The 320, the Albert Bartlett, a grade 1 over 3 miles on the new course, 12 hurdles to be jumped. I think it's a really difficult and tough renewal this year, wide open as usual, something of a punting minefield over the years. We've had some big price winners cheered home by the bookmakers, but the big Westerner comes from a yard, Henry de Bromhead, I'm determined to keep on side of this festival. I don't think his horses have been right for most of the winter, but they've come right now, and this one was a Limerick winner who seems sure to relish a step up to 3 miles in this stamina sapping grade 1 contest. He looks a galloper, he's got a pointing background, he's unbeaten after 3 career starts, and he should go well if the inexperience, he's not had that much experience unlike some of these others, if that doesn't hold him back. The Gold Cup at 4 o'clock, a race to watch, grade 1, brilliant race over 3 mile, 2.5 furlongs. I think we're going to see a real star in Galopin des Champs. He's top class, he impressed when landing the odds at the Dublin Racing Festival. He'll get a positive ride. It's a weak renewal. I think he'll cement his place here in racing folklore. He's going to be a very thin price, around about 5-2 on. Stablemate Factor File gone to the Ryanair. The way looks clear. I did quite like Venetia's, but it ran so badly at Ascot, it's hard to have much confidence in that. I did think that was the each-way alternative, but now on race day on good ground, Galopin des Champs looks extremely hard to beat. The 440, the Hunter Chase, again, 2 mile, 4.5 furlongs. Not a race I'll be having a bet in, to be truthful, but I do think Angel's Dawn is the most interesting runner, a prolific mare who was travelling very strongly when falling 2 out in the 2024 renewal of this prize. Been aimed for the race since by Sam Curling, will love this better ground, and her gallant win in the 2023 Kim Muir is still fresh in the memory. And finally, it doesn't get any easier. A fiendishly difficult Martin Pipe at 5.20 to finish with, a handicap hurdle over an extended 2 mile 4. I think Tap on the Go is a very interesting runner for Henry de Bromhead. He's a novice, he's impressed in 5 runs over hurdles so far. I think he could really improve for a strongly run big field handicap on decent ground. He was a notebook horse at Punchestown in February under a very quiet ride behind the impressive William Money, and I think this opening handicap mark could well be on the lenient side. Best of luck on the final day at the Cheltenham Festival, betting experts, and please do check out our sponsor, Priced Up Bet.